Dolores y Julia Cano. Os agradecemos mucho que me hayáis dado este tiempo para haceros unas pocas preguntas y presentaros al público, especialmente de lengua hispana. Es un honor para nosotras estar aquí con Dolores y queremos explicarle a toda esta gente, casi 600 millones de personas que hablan español, qué es quantum healing, para qué sirve quantum healing. Thank you. The question is about, the normal question. What is quantum healing hypnosis?
What is quantum healing hypnosis?
Briefly, yeah.
It is a technique that I've developed over 45 years, not like any other hypnosis technique out there, because it goes much further than any normal hypnosis. We have found a way to go directly to the subconscious mind, or what we call the greatest force in the universe is what we work with. We found a way to communicate with that part, and we can have instant healing in one session. But it's the person themselves that is doing the healing. We're just a facilitator to allow the connection to be made so they can understand why they created the illness they have. And that's what the technique is about, helping people to heal themselves.
Why do you put the name quantum?
That means a lot, much.
That's what I wanted to explain, because that means a lot, but in your words, in a little short explanation also too, why you put that name, because it's a big...
Well, we started out as just advanced past life regression, and even our students would say, but you're teaching so much more than just past life regression. It needs to be a name focused on healing. So I don't know how many years ago it was we decided to change it to the healing technique, and we said quantum healing. But that's what it is. It's not like anything else. It's the most powerful healing method out there that there is. So past lives have a part of it, but that's not the main focus.
Do you want to ask anything about that?
On the name?
Yes.
Yeah, we were like, what represents? Because people kept saying there's a lot in her work and on this about quantum physics, and that's where the word quantum came in, as far as that, as well as it's this huge leap. It's beyond whatever we know as far as healing and everything. It's beyond anybody else and what they're doing. So that's where we came with that in healing.
Dolores, which are the benefits to take a session, quantum healing session?
Well, I just said it.
Yeah.
The benefits are healing, because you can get a lot of information with past life regression, but the main thing is to focus on healing the person, because you make yourself sick, and people don't want to admit that. But if they realize they made themselves sick, they can heal themselves. The mind is that powerful. So they heal themselves once we find out why did they do this? Why did they make themselves sick? That's the benefits. We help them to see what they are doing to themselves so they can heal the whole problem. Most people don't put the things together. They don't see that they are doing it and they're creating it, the whole problem. They always figure, well, they're the victim or something. So that's what we're trying to get them to realize. You're doing this to yourself so you can take it away. That's the benefits, is instant healing.
Okay, Julia, regarding your book, Soul Speak, I have two questions and I'm going to make both in one.
Okay.
I would like you to explain briefly what is the book about, what you're talking about in the book, and how did it come? Why is that you chose to, one day you said, I want to write this book, how it came?
Basically what the book is about, that's why the title Soul Speak, it's your soul speaking to you.
Mm-hmm.
And it's how your soul speaks to you. It's this larger part of ourselves is taking up occupancy in a body. And so we want to deliver messages to ourselves to help guide ourselves along our path. So one of the ways of sending messages is through the body. And it might be through illnesses or through, these are messages, aches, pains, illnesses. So until now, we haven't had a translation manual, but through the hypnosis sessions, we have found that these messages or these illnesses mean things. They are messages. So that's where it came into being. I didn't one day just say, oh, I think I'll write a book. This power, this force, or my higher self came and said, you will write this book. So it wasn't my choice.
Oh, okay.
They just said, you will do it. I resisted, but they still said, you will do this. This is yours to do. And I still resisted, but I finally got it done. So,
Okay.
yes.
Thank you.
I wonder, what about the Quantum Academy? Happen the same way?
The Quantum Academy was a vision. They've been giving us guidance as to what we do, next step, things like that, and I get visuals. I speak to them. We can all do this. This isn't anything
Yes.
strange and abnormal. But when you allow it, we get visuals. I get visuals of things coming up. And one day, I just got this visual of where to go. Actually, the main visual was like this huge. It was big. It was like so big, and then they went and pulled me back and like, okay, you're not ready to see the whole thing. They just give you enough where you know something's big is coming, and then like, okay, step 1, step 2. Then so all I can see is maybe 1 or 2 steps ahead. And then one day we're playing. So I saw that. Well, then another time, I think we're trying to establish, okay, how will we move the program forward or something. And what they gave me was this whole academy structure, and it's like, what? We're going along, because they're always telling us, you're going to do this school, you're doing this, and we thought by taking quantum healing all over the world, well, we just got to travel in school here. So
We're teaching everyone.
right. And now they're like, no, you're going to build a building, and you're going to offer degrees, and you're going to, and it was like, really? And so that's what it is. It's like, yeah, we don't just say, yeah, I think I'll do this now. It's no, they say, you will do this now.
And Dolores, how you feel after all this year, all this work? Because how you figure out you want to share your knowledge, the Facebook and the next one and the next one? How you figure out that thing?
Well, I've been writing for 45 years.
Yeah, but when was the first time you think, okay, I will write this to share with somebody else?
Well, why did you write it?
Why?
You write it to get the information out to people. But it took me 9 years to get my first book published because nobody understood what I was writing about. So I had to wait for the rest of the world to catch up with me to understand what I was writing about. So I was met with lots and lots of rejection. But I knew I had all this information and I wanted to share it with other people. But getting it out there was not easy. That's why it took so many years of getting it ready.
Do you think, I remember when I take my class, the level 1, you said you was the keeper of the library.
Library.
The library, yeah, you in a past life.
Bibliothèque.
Exactly. You think that have to be connected with what you're doing?
Well, everybody says it is, yes. That's why I say I know what I'm doing, why I'm doing it. Because in that past life in the bibliothèque in Alexandria, when it was destroyed, I was there. And I was there when it was destroyed. And people say, well, you don't have to rewrite the whole library. But it's as though I'm trying to get the knowledge back that was lost.
That is very important, the knowledge.
What I got
That's
is,
why I consider I'm the reporter, the investigator, the researcher of lost knowledge. That's my job, is to get it out to people.
Thank you for doing that.
And it's spreading.
We really appreciate it.
Languages all over the world, so it is spreading.
what I got, the essence of your teachings is that everything is consciousness and everything is alive. So, and that everything is illusion. So when you're talking of they, or you are talking of they, of course after 18 books, we can read everything, and after teaching, it's a stupid question maybe, but for the people out there, when you're talking of they, is it a guru, or is it another religious figure, or
No,
is it an extraterrestrial? Could you explain?
Religion
it a
doesn't
little?
enter this at all. I said we're working with the greatest force in the universe. It's the greatest power there is, and it's right next to God. And it has all knowledge, and it can answer any question you want. And it has the power to heal instantly. So we're working with the greatest power there is. And it would be limiting it and bringing it down to say it's a guru or a religious group. It's nothing like that at all.
And one of your specialties is to move people's minds or hearts or consciousness in space and time. So could I ask you this personal question? When I move, would move you forward a little bit in time and you go to another dimension? Personally, do you have a glimpse on it, what you will be doing there, how you will be guiding us, or what will happen?
What do you mean? I'm stuck in this dimension right
You're
now
stuck.
with the teaching and
Okay.
the school.
Okay.
And we do intend to build the university, and we're going to be teaching all phases of natural medicine and alternative healing. That's my next step. We're also involved in making of movies based on the book and a possible TV series. So we have many different projects that we're working on.
Curious.
But it has to do with this dimension we're in right now.
But we have all those simultaneous dimensions, and you are all those incredible aspects. But I don't want to ask you anymore. You would answer if you would like to.
Well, I don't know.
If you, I think whatever you will, because you were talking about those two Earths, for example, and the splitting of the Earth and so on.
The new Earth
So
and
maybe
everything.
you had a vision where you are going, or this part of identity.
I'm
which
keep
is
doing
sitting
what
there
I'm doing. Helping people and helping them know how to heal themselves. That's my job. And also the recovery of lost knowledge, and that's what I'm writing about. And that's what my intention is, to keep following along that line.
Maybe it's a little, I don't know, a question, but I just gonna make it because I feel like this is very. When it was your first hypnosis? Who do your first session to you? Your
Your first hypnosis session, who did that to you?
My husband, it's in the first book.
No, with
No,
you.
no, with
you.
me. It tells in the first book how I got involved in all of this. But I was working with all these other people before I had someone do it to me. Because I began studying some of the other techniques. And I didn't like them. I didn't want to find out, was there anything else out there? So people would do it to me, but I really didn't like the method. So I said, no, I'm not going to do those methods. But I had a very good friend who was with me during a lot of my adventures. And she was a hypnotist, and she's done some sessions with me. And she was the only one that I really trusted to do it. And when we found out about Alexandria and all those different parts. But I was exploring the other methods, and then I decided, no, I've got to invent my own, because none of these are right.
Why this one is the best for you? I mean, it's yours.
It's the
but
best for
it's
everyone.
that's what I thought. That's why it's the question, because I thought it's the best for everyone, but I want you to explain why. It's the difference between this one and the other one.
That's what I've said. I studied all the others,
Yeah.
and they don't go far enough.
Okay.
They're old techniques, and you go through past life, that's all they do. They don't go to the greatest power there is and to the healing. They don't know how to do that. That's why this is better, and it's more effective, it's more important.
Okay.
So, that's what you mean or not?
Yeah.
I studied all the other methods, and I found lots of things wrong with them that I didn't like. Why do I have to say it this way? Why do I have to do it that way? So I began cutting those out and adding other things that were more effective. So I kept changing them until I got it down to mine, which is very fast and very easy, and you're able to contact the greatest power there is. So I would never go back to any of the other ones.
Because I feel you always say, I don't do nothing. They
They're the ones that are doing it.
Right, because I figured out in the other methods, maybe the therapies make something to them, take it in or take it out. That's maybe the reason.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
But it works, and I found it out by studying the other methods, saying I don't want to do those until I finally got mine perfected.
thank you for sharing.
Thank you so
Once
much.
people
Thank you.
do it, they never want to go back to any other method, once they figured it out.
Thank you, Julia, also, for supporting Blaze.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We gonna present ourselves. I am Maria, I am Eugenia, and from Spain.
Dorothea from Germany.
Laura, desde España. Desde España.
Did you ask all the questions you wanted to ask?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Laura desde Uruguay.
Muchas gracias.
Muchas gracias.